everybody. In this video we're going to talk about finding a specified term of an arithmetic sequence given the first terms. So if we're told to find the 713th term of the following arithmetic sequence, that would be a lot of adding a number over and over and over again, right? So we have a little bit of a simpler way to do this, so let's take a look at that. Okay, so here's our problem, and let's look at what the first term is. The first term, negative 2, equals negative 2 plus 3 times 0, right? Because we're just going to get 0. What is this 3? That 3 is the difference. So our common difference, what I'm adding to each term to get to the next term, is 3, right? Adding 3, adding 3. So our common difference, we say D equals 3. What would this next term be? 10 plus 3. I would get 13 as my next term, and then it keeps going on. Okay? So, let's see here. My second term is going to be negative 2, and then I'm going to add 3 times 1. Because I add 3 once. My next term, 4, if I take my first term, negative 2, and I add 3 twice, that will give me 4. Similarly, 7, if I take negative 2, I add 3 times, I'll get to 7. 10, if I take negative 2 and add 3 4 times, I'll get to 7. So, what is the negative 2? The negative 2 is our first term, and this 3 is D. So in general, when we're dealing with an arithmetic sequence, we will have that our first term, a sub 1, is going to be a sub 1 plus our common difference times 0, because we haven't added anything yet. Our second term is going to be the first term plus our common difference times 1. Third term, first term plus D times 2, etc. Okay. Now as we go on forever, our nth term is going to be our first term plus D times what? Think about it for a second. What do we put right here? Right here, 0 is 1 minus 1. 1 is 2 minus 1. 2 is 3 minus 1. 3 is 4 minus 1. And 4 is 5 minus 1. Now take a look at this. 1 is n. 2 is n. 3. Here we go. 4. 5, like so. So, if we have a sub n, we need to multiply in here by n minus 1. So this is a form or a formula of how we can find the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. The nth term of an arithmetic sequence is a sub n equals the first term, a sub 1, plus n minus 1 times D. So now when we go back to our problem, first note, D is the common difference. So here's our problem right here. We're going to use this formula, a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times D. What do I need to know? I need to know which term I'm finding. I need to know, so that will be what n is. I need to find my first term, and I need to know D, or my common difference. So the term that I'm trying to find, n, is 713. right? Because I'm trying to find the a sub 713 or the 713th term. My first term, a sub 1, is just negative 2. And then d, what is my common difference? Well, I can say, well, a sub 2 minus a sub 1, that equals 1 minus negative 2, which is 3. Or I can say, well, what am I doing between each term? I'm adding 3. So my common difference is 3. Now, with all of this information, I can say, well, I'm trying to find a sub 713. That's going to be equal to a sub 1, which is negative 2, plus n minus 1 times d, which is 3. But what is n minus 1? Well, if n is 713, I can just say, well, this is 713 minus 1. So I get that the 713th term is going to equal negative 2 plus 712 times 3. After I do that multiplication and then add negative 2, I get that my 713th term is 2,134. Much quicker than adding 3 that many times.